Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, thank you so much for coming, and if you've returned, thank you so much for returning. Now you guys know the drill. We're gonna grab a drink, we're gonna grab a snack, and we're gonna chat all about books. Now for this video, I thought that we could just do a sit down and just a different video. I don't think I've ever really done one of these. I think I actually might have done it early on my TikTok journey, but I thought it would be a really fun idea to read 1-star reviews of my 5-star reads. Now guys, I'm absolutely petrified to see what people will comment about my 5-star reads, but I'm also really intrigued to see what other people would think, because I've always thought everyone's reading tastes are very different. So you guys know, let's get into it. So the first book that I have got is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Now I rated this 5 stars. I had the best time. The whole series was amazing. So we are going to, I will also pop up people's comments. I'll obviously take out their names and things, but I'll do everything else. So the first one is DNF at 173 pages. How the fuck is this book so hyped? I expected it to be a fantasy with political intrigues and complexities, and instead I got high school drama, bullies, and one dumb as hell main character. No thank you. Oh my god. I literally cannot even believe that, because I loved every single character that was in the book. Another person has put, should have stopped reading at the mention of his tail. Okay. I'm just trying to think. This book did not live up to all of my expectations, and I'm sad about that. There is a couple in here that I really want to be trash for, and they are enemies to lovers. Hell yeah, I'm reading this. Please let it be good. After seeing so many fan art, the need to love this is real. Another one is, am I supposed to really believe that a 17-year-old human girl is the smartest person in all of the fairy world? This book was incredibly juvenile and predictable. I think in some aspects, yeah, it could seem predictable, but also in other aspects, like, just have a good time. Just have a good time. 1 star, DNF at 65%. I guess simply a no from me for this book. Has no story, no world building, no twist, no something, no nothing. The main characters, I can't stand them. The bullying parts had me eye rolling all the time. It's ridiculous. Wanted to stop but I wanted to give it a chance furthermore. Well, sorry, after half the book I'm sick of going on. DNF, I heard so many amazing things about this, but I really tried and I mean it. But it has been a year and I still haven't finished. As soon as I pick up this book, I start thinking why I even started reading it in the first place. What the helly? What the helly, guys? Oh my god, I literally had the best time reading this book. I don't understand why people hate it so much. I actually can. We are then going to go with, I think we are going to go with Love Deception by Elena Armas. Now, when I read this when it first came out, I was absolutely obsessed with it. But I don't know if I obviously would have the same opinion now. So I feel like we're going to go straight to the 1-star reviews and see what this says. I really suffered through this entire thing to get to the smart, only to have him say, I want to feel you milking me, baby, while using a most likely expired condom. I'm going to DNF this. I can't with Lena, sorry. Also, the times she said he has blue eyes, thank you so much. I thought for a moment they were purple. If you saw me rating this with 5 stars in the past, no you didn't. I probably was high as fuck. It didn't recognize myself. I'm so embarrassed. LMAO. The way they made out just outside a dying man's hospital room. If a man said to me to milk him, I would immediately projectile vomit right in his face. Guys, I think Aaron might have blue eyes. It might just be me though. I do get in some aspects with regards to his eyes, because I did find that it was mentioned a lot, and I think it was maybe over mentioned more than what I probably would have wanted in a book. Like, we get that his eyes are blue, and it was over mentioned, but I was obsessed with their story. I don't know why, I was just obsessed. But again, I feel like at that time my reading taste was so romance, and give me anything that was romance. I don't know if I would feel the same now. I feel like maybe we should do a video where I read old books that I rated 5 stars, and would I give them 5 stars again? Because I'd be really interested to see if I would still rate it 5 stars, or if I would rate it something different. Because I feel like my reading taste has very much differed from when I first started reading back in 2022 to now. I feel like I like a bit more to the book. So I would want to see whether this has any plot and if it's just spice. I don't know, guys. We're then going to go with It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Now, guys, I literally lived for this series. I finished this series so quickly. I couldn't get enough of this series. But I have to admit, I have gone off my Tessa Bailey journey quite a while ago. I just didn't really like the books anymore. I felt like I was just reading them for the sake of reading them because they were hyped on Book Talk. But I did really enjoy this series. I don't have the book with me anymore. I did sell it, but I don't know. I'm interested to see what people think. So I'm just going to go on Goodreads and go back to the 1-star ratings and see what was put. Jesus, this was bad. Well, the romance before the sex was cute enough. The sex was ridiculous and graphic and cringy. I've never read anything so profane. Will never attempt to read another by this author. This isn't a cute romance with some sex. This is just pure pornography. Not my thing. To cut to the chase here, I hate Brendan. I hate Brendan's overbearing masculinity. I hate his stupid honey and baby nicknames. I hate his utter existence, and also hate his stupid hat. Edit. I found out someone read my comment in their reading Goodreads reviews of my favourite books video. Oh. Sorry, I've used you. Writing tip of the day: not everything has to be described as either masculine or feminine. Now, I do actually agree with this to some certain extent, because when I remember reading the book, he was very masculine and she was very inline feminine. But I don't know whether, for me, I don't think that impacted me as much as maybe other people have been impacted by this clear masculinity and femininity in the books. But I'm very shocked, guys. Awful. That was someone else's review. DNF'd at 30%. I didn't like this. I thought I would because I love Schitt's Creek, but Pipes is just not someone I want to be reading about. She and her sister balk at her bit called Spoiled, but she's 28 and never had to do anything. She has 0 life skills and very few redeeming qualities. The only thing Brandon seems to drawn to is how hot she is, and that's just kind of sad. Oh. DNF at 49%, 1 star. I'm not one who minds the occasional manhood as a penis euphemism, or who has much trouble with tall and small calloused hands on soft skin tropes, but my god, this book takes gender essentialism to a whole other level. I got about halfway through the first sex scene before turning it off and was literally gagging at some of the descriptions used. Every other line in this book is about his manliness so much, or her femininity less but still so much, or her seeing his cock for the first time and thinking, male, this was the only way to describe it. Ew. Not just sex scenes, but every single interaction the couple has. Talk about how soft and delicate the heroine is, how big and gruff and manly the hero is, especially compared to all the weak boys not real men the heroine has known before. It's distracting and kind of disgusting, just super repetitive. Do not recommend. I feel icky and gross. No, because this book took okay. I was hoping they'd both drown. I'm very shocked because although I do agree with some of the comments, I was very shocked that people would put stuff like this on Goodreads. We are going to go with our next book, which is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. Now, guys, I am an Ali Hazelwood stan. I love her writing. Have I read the last 2 books? No, but that is just because I just didn't get around to reading them, and I do think I will. I just don't think I might not be an Ali Hazelwood stan anymore, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I need to give her books another go, like her older ones, because I've read pretty much every single one of them other than Deep End and The Problematic Summer Romance, I think it's called. But let's get to the 1-star reviews, guys, because that's what we're here for. If the Galaxy Legends aren't proof that this was shit, then I don't know what is. Oh, y'all are all not ready. Oh no, that's a 4-star. 6'4", brooding, tall mountain of a man. Adam Driver is back, guys. Thank you so much to Berkeley for this arc. That was also 1 star. Some things speak for themselves. They didn't actually have that many 1-star ratings, to be fair. Why has God forsaken us? That's one thing. Another teeny tiny main character and a 6'4" but hulk of a man that vaguely resembles Adam Driver and is emotionally unavailable, uncommunicative for a love interest. Groundbreaking. It was so bad that it became entertaining. Let's see. I'm just trying to see what other ones I gave 5 stars to. Let's go with The Ballad of Never After, which is the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. Now, I love this series with my whole heart and soul, so I'm going to be very, very sad about reading 1-star reviews. Okay. Let me put my teeth back in. If Ava Jax has 1 million haters, then I am one of them. If they have 10 haters, then I am one of them. If they have only 1 hater, then that is me. If Ava Jax has no haters, then that means I am dead. If the world loves Ava Jax, then I'm against the world part 2. Anyways, not Jax being a little bitch and acting jealous as if he's not the one who made Ava get married to Apollo, hoping for Jack's death trope in book 3. This book would be much better if Evangeline had stayed as a stone statue. They are so cringy and annoying. I fear you could not pay me to be impressed. Trope, doormat, ex, ugly loser. Okay. Did I read the same book as everyone else? Okay, now that the spell is worn off, I have to say this might be the worst book I've ever read in my whole entire life. I loved every single second of this poorly crafted, badly paced, plot hole ridden piece of novel with some of the stupidest characters ever written, whom I would absolutely die for. I'm free. I wanted to like this series, but I find the heroine to be such a damsel in distress and all of her relationships and physical altercations with men in the book to be extremely gross and predatory, and her automatic aversion to other women to be petty and childish, a far fall from Caraval. I love the Caraval series. Perhaps a minority here, but I didn't enjoy it. The writing was amateurish. There was a lot of narrative pandering, events dragged on for chapters for no reason. This book could have just been summed in 10 chapters. Most of the plot was filler. I'm disappointed by this. It's so messy. I am literally so sad, guys, because I loved this book so much. I think we are going to go for 2 more. We're going to go Twisted Games by Anna Huang, because when I first read this, I had the best time, guys. And I'm really interested to see what people would rate for 1 stars, because I feel like there is so much that people could just pick out of. It is so bad, I want to give you a 0, but not possible, so I'll give you 1. Just watch Princess Diaries 2 for a better experience. God, people on TikTok are such liars. Why does every BookTok book I read like a 12-year-old's first time publishing a story on Wattpad? I still can't get over the fact that how the fuck this series is so hyped, especially when there are better, way better and sexier books than this. Actual rating 1.5 stars. Just watch Princess Diaries 2 for a better experience. The only good thing about this book is Andreas. How is Twisted Love so good and Twisted Games so bad? See, I prefer Twisted Games to Twisted Love, so maybe we've all got different opinions, guys, with that one. Big fat DNF at 51% team. Let's stop with this madness. This shit doesn't even make sense. 500 pages of literally nothing happening, and the plot twist that I clocked like 20% in. Pre-read buddy, read with the huzz. I don't know what huzz stands for. Is that slang for something? Take a shot every time Reese tells Bridget that he's fucking her royal pussy. Yeah. Okay, guys. Let's go with 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. Now, I rated this 5 stars. I had the best time. Literally, I just was obsessed, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I was literally obsessed. So, let's go run star ratings. I wish none survived. I barely survived reading this. Holly, do better. We then have, I had such a hard time finishing this book. The premise of the story was interesting, but it dragged so much and the characters are absolutely insufferable. They were so annoying. I actually started rooting for them to get killed about halfway through. Oliver and Red are the dumbest characters I've ever read in a book. I regret not DNFing this. So I guess I have an unpopular opinion about this book. I really didn't enjoy it at all. The first half was long and boring. The second half started off strong and I was excited about things finally picking up, but it ended up in absolute chaos. As much as I like the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, needless to say, this is my least favourite book from this author. Oh my god, I don't know how people think like this. Actually makes me like so sad that people didn't like this book, because I literally just want to reread it. Like, reading some of these comments, it makes me think, if I reread it, would I still have the same opinion, or was it just at the time I thought it was good? I don't know, guys. I'm scared. I just think, like, I don't know if I could ever, no, to be fair, like, I have DNF books in the past, and like, I did receive a NetGalley arc one time, and I did on it, like, honestly rate my review, but I was just like, I wasn't the biggest fan, and what I, like, how far I got in and the DNF, but I was very shocked, like, when I was scrolling through originally to find comments for some of the books that I was planning on doing, I was not expecting what I got. I'm not gonna lie, I was very shocked. But yeah, no, I cannot believe that people, like, put this on, like, Goodreads. Like, oh, like, I would literally, like, I would cry if I literally read, I think I would not read half the books that I have read had I not, like, looked at Goodreads first and, like, read people's opinions, because a lot of my books originally came from BookTok. That was where all of my books kind of came from, and to think, like, if I used Goodreads and that was, like, on my rating platform's data whether I should or shouldn't read a book, I would probably miss out on so many good books potentially because other people didn't enjoy it. Like, I'm very much like, oh, I've heard really bad things, so I'm not going to read it, and it's, or I'll read it later down the line because, or things like that. Like, if people, like, have overhyped a book, like, I'll read the book. And I do get sad, like, when someone's, like, rated a book 5 stars, absolutely raved about it, and then I read it and I rate it, like, 3 stars. Like, is it kind of that thing where, like, are people reading it in the, like, in its highest hype, and then because it's been so hyped up that people are then let down by it? Because I feel like I've had that, like, with some books. Like, I think it was Yesteryear by Cara Claire Burke. Like, everyone was hyped about it, everyone had the most amazing time, but then I ended up only rating it a 3.5 star because I had seen everyone rating it so highly. So is that kind of like the same thing? Like, do you know what I mean? But I don't know, it just makes me so scared. But we are going to go for one more book, and I'm going to find the next 5-star that I have read. Let's see if we can come and do a different one. Oh, okay, let's go with a Frida McFadden, because I always feel like a Frida McFadden book is always a good one to go for. So I rated The Housemaid's Secret a 5-star, guys. That's what I rated The Housemaid's Secret. So let's go to the 1-star reviews and see what it says. So DNF, I couldn't do it anymore. If I had to read one more about her not wanting / wanting to tell Brock about her past, one more time about moving in together, one more time about Enzo, one more time about the prickling sensation of Xavier. Millie's character development from the first book did a complete 180. All she does in this book is whine. I think this should have ended with the first book. I didn't think it was possible that the quality of the writing got worse with the second novel, but it did. It's time I part ways with this author. I wish I could rate this no stars, to be honest. I only finished it because I liked the first one. Horrible writing, stupid storyline. I cringed the whole thing. Should have just left the first book be. God, wow, this was bad. Somehow Frida McFadden pulled off the impossible, crafting a sequel that not only rivals the original but surpasses it in sheer awfulness. The writing deteriorated and the characters achieved new heights of annoyance, making the original cast seem downright charming by comparison. The plot also became unrealistic to the point of absurdity. I absolutely loathed this book. It isn't like a hate, like loathed. Like, it just makes me want to watch The Grinch. Loathed entirely. Not gonna lie, guys. I absolutely loathed this book. It was so poorly written and it was just genuinely really boring. If it wasn't the fact I never DNF books, then I absolutely would have given up on this about a quarter of the way through. The first book wasn't even good enough to warrant a sequel, and this absolutely proves that. That is savage. Some of these comments are absolutely savage. Like, I'm literally reading them out loud and I'm like, this is savage. But anyway, guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope you had a good, like, time watching me react to 1-star reviews. I don't think I really reacted. I think I was just shocked at the majority of them. But I hope you had a great time, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTubey stuff you know how to do, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.